Quickly dun sa kay Marino, dapat talaga sa plotting and profiling yung gender dimension may consciousness dahil PWD halimbawa PWD male and female no may handicaps na, but I wager ang babae mas dagdag yung handicap compared with sa kalalakihan, but that has to be proven in terms of the survey. The other thing is, for example, ang PWD female usually marries PWD male, but the PWD male pairs off with non-PWD. So may mga gender. And some years ago, the NAPSI Women's Sectoral Council, dun pa ako, and the NCRFW, when it was still named that, undertook a study of gender issues and microfinance. At nakita na from the class and gender dimension, poor women were diprivileged, no? Marginalized. At ang buhos ng credit kasi sa tawag namin micro-mini. Hindi pa, micro-mini. And parang wala sa radar yung ano, no? So, tama yung ano ni Marie, dapat yung gender medyo
Emphasize.
sharpen.
First, I'd like to commend the government agencies here for coming and braving to face the social enterprise groups. Talagang, and I believe that we really want to come up with a very, very transparent dialogue. But, when Mrs. Magkalas mentioned about the DTI, na nabuhayan ako ng maraming sa aking isipan dahil isang patotoo, ang DTI ay talagang sabi ko nga sa kasama ko kay Ms. Mona, yan ay labas-masok sa amin. I represent Community Crafts Association of the Philippines. So, mas umaayon yung mga gawain o mga activities o programs and services of the DTI, especially in reaching out to the grassroots. Pero ito kasi yung malaking gap na nakikita ko, no? Kaya hindi siguro mag-take off. And I think this is the moment when the social enterprise reaching out to the government, it's because we want to have a shared responsibility. I think the social enterprises, with about 30,000 in the Philippines, are strong enough to be your partners, to be the best strategists in implementing the programs. So, because when I thought about the DTIs and all those government agencies working with us, with a small organization, mayroong isang malaking gap talaga ako nakikita doon yung bang hindi mag-ayon. I mean, the DTI from all regions, they come to us, and yet they bring their products, they bring their producers, and when we say, this is not the way to go with handicraft export. So again, putol, and until now, andyan pa rin, apply, hindi namin maituhog yung pag-angat. So I think what we do is really talagang yung leave it to the social enterprise who are experts already in the field, who have had the experience, who are really doing fair trade. That's why when you talk of the principle of talaga bang maiahon sa kahirapan, siguro ang fair trade indicators have all set that, the triple bottom principle and all those, yung pagpapatupad na talagang mabibigyan ng pag-ahon ng kahirapan ng ating komunidad. Pero mas usapin pa ngayon ang social, nilalapit namin ang aming mga organization through the different coalition, the present coalition, the ISEA and all the social enterprises here, para mapakinggan at mabuksan na eto kami, handang-handa na, malakas kami, may kapangyarihan kami, at mayroon kaming kakayahan, not just the human resource, but even, I think, in financial. To some extent, may kakayahan kaming tumugon at sa inyo, yung to partner with you in eradicating poverty of this country. So, it's very good that I heard DTI and sabi nga, we should not build walls here. In fact, let's build bridges because that's the way to go if we really want to do something about poverty alleviation. Thank you.
For PWD sector, kasi sa Magna Carta, di ba, merong yung sa 10% allocation for PWD. Ako po, nagtrabaho ako sa NFC ng ilang years. Na-assign po ako sa operation for DepEd. Nagdi-deliver po kami ng chair nationwide. Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Ngayon po, sumasali kami sa DepEd for bidding. Napakaraming proseso ang ginagawa namin para manalo kami sa DepEd bidding. Nang hihinayang po nga po ako na wala sa government ang DepEd para dito sa forum na to. Pero gusto lang po naming ipaalam na kasi halimbawa po, ang isang sumaling PWD organization sa DepEd nanalo doon sa project 10% allocation. Ngayon, kapag nasa operation na, kung ang PWD magde-deliver sa malayong lugar, sa bundok, or sa ARMM, tatawid ng, halimbawa, ang 50 pieces na upuan, itatawid ng isang PWD sa isla, yung isasakay sa bangka. Napakahirap sa isang naka-wheelchair, sasakay ng bangka, isasakay yung 50 pieces na upuan para lang madala sa isang school lang. Na pwede naman na gawin ng DepEd na i-allocate ng mga school na kayang-kayang i-deliver ng mga PWD na yung malapit lang, yung access sa mga PWD na school, na sana isa rin yun na maipatupad ng DepEd. At yung pagsali ng mga PWD sa bidding, meron 10%, di ba, meron silang tinatawag na surety bond. Ang isang organization ng PWD, napakahirap humanap ng pera para ikapital sa ganong proyekto. Malaking tulong din po na dapat maibigay ng madali ang pagsali ang isang PWD sector sa government procurement. Salamat po.